Hi, welcome back to Robin Bits and Pieces. If you're new to this channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. I've been talking about doing this video for about 4 weeks. I attended the Homesteading conference in Hannibal about 4 weeks ago, and one of the questions to the panel was if they had any tips on aging and homesteading. And I'm going to try to turn my home health experience into a homesteading experience. How to facilitate those same ideas into making your homestead safe for you. I think it's doable. As we age, our functionality decreases. We're not walking as well. Our feet we're not as strong. We have, things that just happen naturally with aging. Our eyesight is not getting any better. One of the number one things is trip factors, and that's pathways. In your home, we'd tell them to pick up throw rugs. We can use that outside as far as we look at our pathways. Are there things that are going to trip us? Like pick up the hoses, pick up the rakes, pathways that are lighter or easier to see. For instance, if you were to use, and I get a little closer, Forest River rock, it's dark, it blends in with the dirt and the grass, and on top of that, these never settle in. They always remain loose, and they're very difficult to walk on. They're not good for driveways. The only thing these are good for are flower beds and water ponds around there for landscaping. The best thing to use, we used to call it rock chips, lime screenings. They've got a different name for it now. I'm trying to hold it up and not fall out of my hand so you can see it. It's white, and it has lime in it. So when it rains, it packs down almost like cement, and it makes a smoother pathway. And it's easier to see. Also, you can use solar lighting on your pathways to light them up, because when we get older, our eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Put solar lights on our pathways. I bought this. I'm going to be putting it on the edge of the goat house in order to light the areas, because I still work, and I have to come out here at 5 o'clock in the morning to feed the rabbits before I go to work, let the chickens out, the goats out, and I've been carrying a flashlight. But then your hands are full, so you could get a headlamp. If you have functional disabilities and you want to garden, you can do raised flower beds or container gardens. And even though the container gardens, if you don't have a deck, you can have benches and set them up, have them set up on that so they're higher and you don't have to bend over. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Barter. If you're going to do chickens, barter with the eggs to have somebody clean your driveway in the winter. I'll give you eggs all year round if you clean out my driveway or do my shoveling. If you live in an icy area, or a cold area I should say, and it gets slippery and you're not sure about your footing, there's these little spike things you can put on your shoes. I actually keep these in my purse so that if I'm in the house and getting ready to go to work, I don't fall going out to my car. I've had a knee replacement. I guess the bees really aren't on the downside. That was a bumblebee, little honeybee, I mean. These work great. You do not want to use them on vinyl though, because these little pokey things will damage your vinyl. But they work great. I'm not a flower. You want to also use tools that make the job easier. I have a little 4-wheel cart. The bugs. Now it's a ladybug or a Japanese beetle. It looks like it's too light to be a ladybug. And where was I at? You also want to use tools that make your job easier. If you watch my moving my cattle panel tractor, I use my 4-wheel cart. It makes it easier so I can slide it across the ground. I also use it to move feed. Watch my chicken run video, you'll see that I was having a terrible time getting in the dirt to bury some boards around my run so that predators could not dig under, and I come up with an idea to make that work for me. This is like a mini-sized auger and a hammer-sized Maddox. So this is what I'm going to try. Another thing that people don't think about is doorways. I'm not a big person, so I did not make these 36 inches wide, but when we built the house, all the doors in my house are 36 inches wide. If you need to be in a wheelchair or a walker, you want to make it easier to get through those. And also go with smaller animals. I wouldn't say do cattle, because I'm not even going to do cattle. They're hard to load, they're bigger, you can get hurt easier. I am doing Nigerian dwarf goats, I'm doing large fowl chickens and rabbits, and I may add some not turkeys, but some ducks next year. And I'm going with small animals. You want to keep your systems close together. You want to keep your feed near your animals, you're close to your water, so that you're not having to haul those things every day. Another safety item that you want to have on hand whenever you leave the house, you don't have to have one of those little fobs that you push if you fall down. Your cell phone with the speed dial on it works great. That's another thing I always told people that were in home health when I was taking care of patients, is keep your cell phone close. Whether it's a little pouch that you put your cell phone in and hang around your neck, it keeps it close and keeps your hands free. This particular one I don't like, because if this pouch would get caught, it doesn't have a breakaway clip, Velcro, or a snap so that it doesn't hurt your neck or get caught in equipment. Or a fanny pack, you can put it around your waist, slide it inside if you fall or have a problem where you can call for help. Also, we talked about ice and snow. You need to stay, I want to back up on that one. You want to keep exposed areas covered. You don't want to do extended periods of time out in the cold, because as we get older, our circulation decreases and we're more prone to frostbite and those kinds of things. But also we need to think about heat. You want to work early in the morning or late in the afternoon on very hot days. You want to stay hydrated. You'll see in many of my videos, I just take a simple hand towel, wet it down, and put it around my neck to stay cool, and then I take frequent breaks, and when I'm inside I throw the damp hand towel in the freezer, and then I put it around my neck. There's a large amount of circulation in your neck, which helps cool you down. And we'll do the mini pearl thing, a hat to keep you out of the sun. I've covered all my ideas that I was thinking of. I'm sure there's more, and I will add them later, and I'll take you on a walk. My goat stalls are done. I painted the walls the same yellow as I painted in the chicken side, and I didn't think I was going to have enough, so I had the pink mixed up, so I just went ahead and used it. If I can get back far enough. I bought this aluminum cabinet. It's a baker's cabinet at an auction for $40. As you walk in the door of my goat part of my building, I have my feed. I put the feed in the bins with the handles so that if something didn't get in here, I could just have them lifted up and they couldn't get in. And I couldn't get into it. I made shelves for inside the cabinet to house the minerals and the chicken treats, chicken food. And that's going to work out pretty handy because it can be closed and keep things out.